Mars, you're gonna come up here and try to nitpick at my whole top 10.
It's not nitpicking.
It's not nitpicking. Buddy over here, Dub, has KD top 10.
I disagree with Dub
behind him. He has Magic behind him. He has Larry
too.
Bird, and on top of that, you have Steph behind him. During KD's whole career, he hasn't done nothing more impressive than Steph. Nothing.
Yeah, I disagree with Dub too, but it's not nitpicking your list. Your list just has the most egregious holes in it we've ever seen.
Oh, what's okay?
I'll go for it from 1 through 10.
Let's
first of all, you have Kareem over Michael Jordan.
Yes.
I heard you say Magic Johnson is over Kobe because he won more in less time. Then you said Kareem is over Michael Jordan because he won more with more longevity. Yes. Those two are polar opposite reasons. They don't make sense. You can't say Kareem is over MJ because he won more for a longer time, and then say Magic is over Kobe because he won more in less time.
Okay,
that's hypocrisy.
So check this out. Because I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Jordan and Kareem are 1A, 1B. Okay. So when it comes to that, I'm gonna favor the person who I like more and who I think games translates more. Translates to winning more. And I'm gonna go with Kareem. I think he was, and then on top of that, we got to go through through all the accolades too. When we go through all the accolades, Kareem has more accolades than Jordan.
Okay, the accolade argument, that's cool.
Okay,
no, that's fine. So Kareem has more accolades than Jordan, sure.
Okay, and then Magic,
the reason
has more accolades than Kobe,
sure. But then the reason LeBron isn't over Magic and Kobe with more accolades is because of one championship, correct? That's the reason.
That championship factor.
Okay, that's fine. But Bill Russell quintupling Hakeem's championships with more accolades, but yet he's still 2 spots behind him.
Who's a better player?
So now it's about better basketball. You see how the goalpost is flying everywhere.
No,
you see how the goalpost is flying everywhere.
I said my list starts with winning.
We start with winning. So start with Hakeem being quintupled by Bill Russell. Start with that. Quintuple.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Start with that. Just start with that.
It starts with winning.
Quintupled. Yes.
It starts with winning.
11-2.
Talent is factored heavily into there too. I would say winning's probably 30, 40%. I don't remember my exact percentages. It's like 30, 40%. Talent is probably like 25%. So talent and winning go hand in hand.
That's right. But you also said accolades, correct?
Accolades as well.
Who has more accolades, Bill Russell or Hakeem?
The reason why I have Bill Russell or Hakeem over Bill Russell is because he's a better player. And
like the 25% has made him. The 25% has put him higher.
No, Bill Russell's only on my list because of winning. All 9 of those players ahead of him are better players.
So he's not on the list because of accolades too. 5 MVPs, 11 championships. Bill Russell. 5 MVPs is accolades.
Because of that, he makes.
No, you said because of rings. What about accolades? Bill Russell has accolades too.
He has all of that, but all 9 of those players are better players than him.
So because of the 25% talent, which you said 25%, that's enough when he clears Hakeem in accolades and clears Hakeem in rings, which were 2 bigger portions of the list. So do you understand how percentages work? Because right now that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Bill Russell's on my list because of his accolades. Then when it comes to just hooping, all of those players clear him.
What you're saying makes no sense. What you're saying makes no sense.
It doesn't have to make sense.
It does have to make sense.
I'm telling you that Bill Russell's only on my list because of winning. Now, when you factor in the
ability, that was 60% of your list.
When you factor in the ability to hoop, everybody else clears him.
So Bill Russell is number 1 out of everyone for 30% of your list. He's like top 5 for another 30% of your list.
Okay,
but because he's worse than everyone on your list at 25%, that puts him at the back. That's not how percentages work. The thing you value the least isn't enough to put someone at 10 when he's number 1 in the other thing.
Bill Russell's an exception.
Now it's an exception.
He's an exemption. He's an exemption. Like I said, bro, if you guys want to come up here and try to argue me, Bill Russell being better than those guys, where's he on your list, Mars?
Number 4.
You don't even rank him.
He's
not even rank him, which is a problem.
Bill Russell's number 4 on my list.
So what do you want to debate Bill Russell against all these guys?
I don't have to. What I'm debating, I don't care about who you have where. I don't care about who you have where. I have an issue with the fact that your list, the criteria is changing each person down the list. It's 100% it's changing each person.
Because everybody has a different case and everybody has a different experience.
But based on the things you value, people should be in different places, but you're moving the goalpost to put people where you want to put them. That's what you're doing.
All right, so look, I'm not taking Bill Russell over at 9. Who did I have? I had Larry Bird 9. I'm not taking him over Larry Bird 9. Move him above Larry Bird on my list.
So Larry Bird with 3 championships and 3 MVPs because he's a better basketball player can be over the guy with 5 MVPs and 11 championships.
Because you just said it, because he's a better basketball player.
Okay, but if the list was about better basketball player, you wouldn't have LeBron James at 5.
I think Kobe's a better basketball player, and I think Magic Johnson's a better basketball player. You guys might not agree.
Magic Johnson's a better basketball player because he's a better playmaker and higher IQ.
I think so.
So being a better defender means nothing with LeBron. Clearing him as a scorer means nothing with LeBron. Clearing him in longevity means nothing for LeBron. You guys may call
it blasphemy. I would rather have Magic Johnson as my
Who is your number 6? Who is your number 6?
I had Shaq.
He has Kareem.
No,
Kareem's number 1.
I have Kareem.
So Shaq's your number 6, which would mean he's above Tim Duncan.
Yes.
Who has more championships.
I think Shaq's a better player than him.
But he has more championships.
Yes,
more accolades. More accolades. So now it's back to the better basketball player.
Because I can't rank some in my top 10. I can't.
You need to change. You need to change your percentages. Then
I'm telling you why.
Then change your percentages.
You don't want to listen to it
because it doesn't make sense. You need to change your percentages.
If you listen to what I'm telling you,
what you're saying doesn't make sense. Okay, Ron. Let me ask you one question. Did you or did you not say talent is 25%?
I said I don't know my percentages exactly.
You said around 25%.
I can't remember my exact percentages.
I highly doubt you got 25 and 60 mixed up.
I said I can't remember my exact percentages. I think that winning was 30 to 40, and I said I think that talent was around 20. It could be more. They both could be 40-40. They both could be even. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Sure, but you did say around 20, you think. Based off of that, your argument for everyone being over everyone can't be talent when you value the other things more and they're better in those attributes.
Mars, I told you
that can't make sense.
And then you asked me the specific cases of Shaq and Tim Duncan. Then you asked me the specific cases of Bill Russell versus everybody else. I told you that the first 9 people are better basketball players than Bill Russell, and that's why I have them ranked ahead of Bill Russell. Then you asked me, and then you hold on, let me finish. Then you asked me Shaq and Tim Duncan. I think Shaq was a more dominant force than Tim Duncan, and I would take Shaq on my team over Tim Duncan any day of the week, and that's why I'm putting Shaq ahead of Tim Duncan. When it comes to those 2 players and how close they are, I can't take Shaq or I can't take Tim Duncan over Shaq if I'm going to take Shaq over Tim Duncan. To me, that's just ass backwards. So that's why I have Shaq ranked ahead of Tim Duncan. I do think that they're very close. I think I'm not going to, if you came up here and said, oh, I have Tim Duncan ahead of Shaq, I'm not going to sit here and give you no flack because I can't argue that. But what I will say and why I put Shaq ahead of Tim Duncan is because I think he was a better basketball player. And I would take him ahead of Tim Duncan.
This would all be solved if you just said you don't value winning as highly as you
I value
you clearly don't value winning more than you value talent. Your whole list is screaming that. That's what it is. Your whole list is screaming you value talent more than winning. All you have to do is say that.
Absolutely.
All you have to do is say that.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, though. It's a couple. It may be a couple flaws in my list. It may be a couple flaws where somebody didn't win as much as somebody, and this, that, and the third. But once again, I'm going, and I probably should have started with this. My list is who I think is a better player. So all throughout my list, it's who I think are the better players. Now, yes, when you have players that are just like this, for some people, winning tips the scale. For Shaq and Tim Duncan, winning doesn't tip the scale because I think Shaq was a much better player than Tim Duncan.
So like I said, you value talent more than the winning.
You can say that, I guess. But I value winning heavily as well. And
but the whole reason I've had an issue with your list is because you said you value winning more than everything else. But everything you've said here is telling me you value talent over the winning. Man, which I have no problem with. It's just that you lied at the start.
Hey, my list is my list. All right. That's what it is.
Ron, have you?
My list is my list.
Well, you
everybody who I have ahead of the person in front of them, I think they're a better player than me.
Ron, let me ask you this.
I like your list, Ron.
Ron, let me ask you this. If a girl, right? If a girl comes into your life and tells you what she values, tell you, consistently, this is what I like, this is what I do, this is what I like doing, I like eating at this spot and this spot, I hate this spot, right? That she's consistently letting you know her criteria, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have a problem with her when, almost on a day-to-day basis, she switches up? Oh, yeah, I told you this, that I like going to McDonald's every day. But I'll go McDonald's one day, and then I'll go have a Burger King the next. And then I'll have KFC the next. And then I'll have, I don't know, some other shit. But she told you in the beginning that she did this every day. But she's changing it up almost every single day that you've been around her. Wouldn't you find that as a problem?
Dub, I'm not finna sit here and criticize a bitch because she want to eat McDonald's one
No,
day.
no, 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 no. Wouldn't you, no, that's no, no. You're not understanding the message.
No, I get what you're saying, but that was a terrible example because of what she wants to eat.
No,
you got
Ron, because
you got Indian, you got Asian. Like, come on, bro. Like that was a terrible example.
These analogies throw me off.
Okay, Ron.
That was a terrible example.
Okay,
Give me a better example, and then we can talk
Ron.
about it.
What if she?
Yeah.
What if she's asking? What if no? What if she's asking something from you, right? Like a value that she has that you should do, like to be consistent with. Like tell her good morning, beautiful every single day.
Give me another example.
Right?
No, I can do this stuff.
Go ahead, Mars. Go ahead, Mars.
Okay, so what if you're with a girl and she says, I'm not really into looks. Looks are okay, but what I care about is a man who'll take me out, who'll treat me, who'll provide for me, who'll do all the little things for me. And then you do all of those things, and then it turns out she leaves you for a man who does none of those things but looks better than you. Would that make sense to you?
And I'm gonna tell you why it would make sense to me because she can tell me, and all of us up here will agree with this. And all of us up here will agree with this. She can tell me looks don't matter, but she's just saying that to try to pacify me. Looks do matter. She's not gonna want to be with me if she doesn't think that I'm somewhat attractive in one way, shape, or form.
Wouldn't you think that's a problem though? Wouldn't you think that's a problem though?
I'm not stupid enough to look past her saying that. You guys may let her words deceive you, but I know if she's not.
So it's our fault for letting your words say where winning means more than everything deceive us, because real and truly is talent. We should have just known.
Winning factors in heavily. Everybody up there that I had has won.
But winning isn't your main factor. Winning isn't your main factor. But winning isn't your main factor. Otherwise, your argument for everyone wouldn't be, I think they're better.
Main factor. Yo, Mars, you keep running to Bill Russell. And what I'm trying
it's not just about Bill Russell.
And then the Tim Duncan too. And what I'm trying to say is
the Magic Johnson and the Kareem. It's damn near everybody on your list there's a problem with.
Look. If we're talking about Bill Russell and we're talking about tiers of basketball players, just the ability to hoop and skill wise, and Dub, you're nasty because this is why you have KD on your stupid ass list. But when we tried to bring this up, all of a sudden, oh well, I just think KD was the better scorer and he played defense in Golden State and Steph Curry.
But at least I'm staying consistent with my logic. At least I'm staying consistent with my logic.
I do hate KD.
No, you can hate it. You can hate it. But I'm not being inconsistent with my train of thought, though.
Can I finish my point? With all those top 9 players, those are top 9 talents of all time. I think when you go to talent with Bill Russell, he's a tier below them. So it doesn't winning aside, because if that's the case, Robert Horry can be on my list, right? Right, Morris?
No.
If we're just talking about winning, no. If winning factored in that heavy, then Robert Horry should be in my top 15. He should be in my top 10, right? No, because talent matters. So I would be
that doesn't make sense.
I would be
comparing the best player on 11 championship teams to a 5th best player on a few championship teams.
No, winning matters. We don't have to look at talent. That's why I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm trying to bring.
That's not even comparable.
No, that's why I'm trying to bring. It's not, and that's why I'm trying to bring everything into perspective.
Okay, so can I ask my question?
Between Bill Russell and everybody else on my list, it's a significant gap, and that's why I can't overlook the fact that he won. I can't overlook that fact, but I also can't overlook the fact that it's a gap in between him and those other players, which is why he can't be put anywhere further in my top 10. But because he won, that puts him on my list. With that being said, accolades, Wilt Chamberlain's an accolade god. He should be on my list.
There we go. I was about to ask that one.
But he didn't win, so that's
why. He won 2. Hakeem won 2. They both won 2.
Yeah, but I got Hakeem.
Wilt Chamberlain went to the finals more than Hakeem.
I just want to hear
more. I clears him in accolades. I clears him in stats.
I got Hakeem as a better talent.
Yo, Rod, you know this sounds like this sounds like a girl. This sounds like a girl to me where she has multiple boyfriends, but then she picks different reasonings on why she disliked each one of her boyfriends. So she just keeps getting on with a new one. It's like, yeah, he took care of me and everything, but he's boring. Oh, this one treated me like garbage, but at least it was fun to be around him.
I told you on my list, you guys keep trying to run to a whole bunch of things. I told you on my list, it's predicated on who I think was the better player. So I don't think nobody that's behind the person in front of them is better than the person in front of them.
That's not what you said
So
at the start. That's not what you said at the start.
I just clarified everything and I said that.
There we go. I said that. I said you should have said that at the start and none of this would have happened.
I said that 10 minutes ago. But you don't want to put that in your pipe and smoke it. But if Ticket would have told you that, you'd be smoking it right now. So I told you the person.
You saying I changed my mind during me arguing my list.
No, because I had to. Because you guys are gonna keep trying to run. Oh well, this. But what about this? But what about this? So now I'm trying to break it down to you guys in a
because it was inconsistent when you gave us the first criteria.
Now it's consistent. The person in front of the person is better than them.
There we go. So like I said, the winning doesn't factor as heavily as you said it did.
And in most cases, the person in front of the other person won more. In most cases.
No.
In most cases.
No.
Okay. No. All right.
Yeah, there you go. No,
okay,
that's not true.
All right.
PSP said he wanted to hear my top 10. So LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Russell, Shaq, Hakeem, Duncan, Wilt, Kobe, Bird. That's my top 10.
You don't have Curry?
Nope.
Why?
Or Magic. Curry and Magic
both
messed up.
And that's nasty.
Sure.
But chat, y'all not gonna say Moore's got an illness.
They're gonna disagree. They're gonna disagree. They're gonna disagree with my list. I'm under the belief. I'm under the belief that there's 12 top 10 caliber players in NBA history. The 10 I named plus Steph and Magic. They're the 12 best in history. Only 10 of them can make it. The reason Magic and Steph didn't make it is because I think they didn't have they weren't good enough defensively yet, and B, the longevity they have is far inferior to everyone else on this list. Larry Bird is at 10 for the same reason. His longevity isn't good enough, but I think he peaked higher than Magic Johnson. That's the reason he's only at 10. So me having Magic at 11 is strictly based off longevity.
It's the player choice,